I know it's been a while, but it's been a long summer. All right, everyone, welcome back to Enlighten.
Yes.
So this is the just like more of like the DC animated episode.
Yeah.
Today we'll be talking about Justice League Unlimited Season 1. We're gonna go one season at a time. It's gonna
Yeah.
go across multiple episodes.
Yeah.
Let's do one per season, but we might also cut in some other things we want to talk about in the same episode. So if you want, you can
Yeah.
just we'll probably have some chapters in the video so that you can just skip to those. But this time we are just gonna end up starting off with JLU.
Yep.
And yes, this is number 8. So initiation number 1, JLU. I think to be honest, this was probably the least interesting episode of the season. Like it was still a good episode, but the rest they just got a lot more going for them than the rest.
Yeah.
Because this
But
one's,
I love Green Arrow.
Yeah,
Green Arrow was speaking
was
this.
definitely the highlight.
Yeah.
For sure. And I like how by the way, I'm like watching season 2 like right now. Like we're not
And I
done with it,
finished it,
but when I am done, we'll go
Yeah.
back and or for the next podcast we'll do that. But I like
Yeah,
how a lot of the stuff that's set up here just keeps going, like especially the Green Arrow
Yeah.
stuff in season 2. They talk about
Yeah.
how, Batman recruited Green Arrow. And I mean, even if you haven't seen season 2, he to be like the part of the team, keep them honest.
Yeah. I think this is like a lot of setup for season 2, but also a lot of payoff in it.
Oh yeah.
Like the smaller picture is resolved, but the bigger picture isn't.
Yes. And I just love Green Arrow. I like it.
So, like-
I like his characterization. I
Yeah.
know the CW fans are gonna come after me, but I like this. This is like the perfect. It's better than the Stephen Amell version.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he was barely Green Arrow anyways.
He was Batman. Batman. Yeah. Batman like.
Or Republican Batman.
Oh my god.
But anyways, yeah.
Okay, but,
overall,
yeah.
I like it. John Stewart, Green Arrow.
Yeah.
It's just there's not a great amount to talk about.
I think this was a great like opening to a bigger world.
Yeah, no,
Cause like
it definitely
they
felt,
show a lot of the heroes.
Oh
yeah.
no, it definitely felt like the volume, especially like
Yeah.
when you see that just one shot of like Superman and the Justice League just like talking to
Yeah.
that huge crowd of people. You could feel the volume.
Yeah.
And I will
Yeah.
say that like even though this is something I was thinking about, but like even though there are like the whole point of the Justice League Unlimited is there's supposed to be a lot of members.
Yeah.
Most of the episodes do mostly have reoccurring members.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
even
like
if they're new
towards
characters,
the
they just
yeah.
end up showing up a lot again. So
Yeah.
that is like one complaint, but it's not huge because I'm expecting that we'll get more.
Yeah, season 3 fixed that a lot. So you
Yeah.
haven't seen season 3. I have. Season 3 had a lot of like lesser known characters
It
in
is. I won't lie. Like a lot of these episodes are new characters, but they do get reused even if they're new. But I mean, I'm completely
Yeah.
fine with that because we ended up getting some
Yeah.
great episodes from it. But yeah.
So like a lot of this season is focused on Green Arrow, which I love because this episode leads into episode 6, Fearful Symmetry, which is Green Arrow, Supergirl, and The Question. And those three, like this season is my favorite trio from season 1.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause, like,
I just like getting more because like ever since watching Superman the animated series, like way back when,
Yeah.
she was still like a newbie, right? And
Yeah.
it's cool to see her kind of coming more into her own. I'm sure we'll get a lot more development for her because she seems to just be showing
Yeah.
up more and more and more. So they are. I feel like they are gonna. I feel like they have a greater vision for her. Don't tell me anything, because by the way,
Yeah.
he's seen all the seasons. I forgot to clarify
Multiple
that, but
times.
He's
Multiple
seen all the
times.
seasons multiple times. I haven't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm the watcher. I know everything.
I feel like. I mean, I think we're done with episode 1. So let's just go
Yeah.
to episode 2. This is one of my.
This is we
not
favorite
just-
series of all time.
Okay, not just
Yeah.
Justice League, but also
Yeah.
Unlimited. I think it's mostly the Alan Moore influence. You know about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Poor Alan Moore. He hates his work being added.
Well, actually, I heard that
adapted,
he
yeah.
liked. This was like the only one that like really got his like official stamp of approval. Like he was credited and
Oh.
everything, and he said that he
It's
really
fair,
liked
yeah.
what they were doing with it. I will
Yeah.
say, even though I really love this episode,
Yeah.
and I think it's one of the best, like, period.
Yeah.
A lot of the like at the end after Clark gets out of the hallucination, it just goes right back to
Yeah.
like Justice League stuff, which I can
Yeah.
understand, and I don't know if that's part of the comic either, but like I
Yeah.
felt like it should have stayed with that like more personal tone.
I mean, it kind of did with like Bruce when it last onto Bruce and it showed his parents
Yeah, but
dying.
like after that, they
Well,
go
not
right back
dying.
to
Yeah.
like Wonder Woman and stuff having that big
Yeah.
fight. I mean, I completely understand, but it's just
Yeah.
it's a small little.
We need a climax. So yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, how'd you
But
feel
this
about it?
story, yeah, this is my favorite Trinity episode. Like,
I mean, and we don't get a lot of those, do we? I mean, most
yeah,
of
we
the time
don't.
it's just either the full league or we get like one or two characters like
Yeah,
Diana and Hawkgirl.
there are a few though. Yeah,
Yeah,
there are
there
a
are a
few, but this is
few,
my favorite.
and it's
Yeah.
obviously not the last time the Bruce and Diana like dynamic, the dynamic
Yeah.
continues obviously with like this
Yeah.
little piggy and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's one of the few times, or it might be the only time. Am I wrong?
Uh,
I think it's the only time we get the Trinity.
there is. I remember one from season 3.
Okay,
There's
well, we'll talk about that later.
yeah.
Then. But
Yeah.
I mean, I do like the Trinity stuff, but I feel
Yeah.
like it's a lot different than what we've seen before with the Trinity, obviously.
Yeah.
I do really like the Alan Moore influence.
Yeah. Going into season 3. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time, and tell me if I'm tripping, but I don't remember Wally being in this episode at all.
And being in For the Man Who Has Everything.
No, for kid stuff. Episode 3.
I don't think he was in the episode.
Which is kind of like sad, cause like having a kid Wally would be so fun in my opinion.
Yeah, but I think also part of it was that
Too many people were in the episode.
I'm pretty sure he was shooting Smallville as Lex
Wait.
Luthor, right?
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
I think for that reason we didn't get a lot of Wally in season 1. I could be wrong,
Yeah.
but that's just my
No,
assumption.
it matches up. Yeah,
Um,
2004. Yeah,
but he wasn't
yeah.
in a huge amount of episodes in the first season, but he was in a lot in the second one, or in a good amount at least.
Yeah. Oh, also, is it just me, or was Diana way more flirty with Bruce in this episode than the rest of the season?
That's I always thought that was weird because like
Yeah.
they're kids.
I mean,
right? No,
they are adulted
I know,
minded.
but like their adult minds are in child's bodies, and she's like all over Bruce. I'm like, it just leaves me uneased. I don't know.
Like the only episode she was over Bruce was this little piggy, but besides
Bruce's
that,
10-year-old body.
yeah. But yeah, I love Bruce's line from I've not been a kid since I was 8. That was
Dude, I also just love how like Diana's just like Etrigan was a baby too.
Yeah,
He was,
that was cool.
Coughing
Yeah.
out little fireballs. I just like how she's like basically his mom, even though she's still like 10 years old. She finds a way to be like a mom. It's crazy.
John was really fun in this episode. John was like the ultimate wingman
And
of Bruce.
it was funny because he was like a nerd when he was young too. He had like glasses. The villain, I completely blanking on the name. What's his name?
It's the cat guy, I think.
No, not him. I know who you're talking about. He was in Young Justice, but it was that little brat, and he was in Justice League before. He was in the Justice League show before, but he was like, I will say he's the most annoying villain that we've ever had.
Let me see. I don't really remember his name.
And then he like didn't he become like huge, or something, and then like fight them?
Oh yeah, it's the blonde kid. Yeah, Morgan Le Fay.
Yeah. No,
he was annoying. He was annoying.
Bro.
Yeah, I hated him. Yeah, that was
just his leg. Like, bro.
Yeah,
overall, this was such a fun. It was like a really fun episode. I thought.
Yeah,
like,
it was
Bruce,
a fun watch.
Like, little 10-year-old Bruce trying to be serious, like, just made me laugh.
Yeah,
the whole
the
time.
scene of them 3 flying and him just running. It was, and then that picks him up. I think that
Oh
picks him
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah, dude, that was hilarious, and
Yeah.
Clark was hilarious too. It was just really, it was like a cute, funny episode.
I remember Chloe being an NPC in this episode. I'm not gonna lie. Like he didn't really do much.
Also, I do like how the kid's mother, like, even though like they had beef in like Justice League, she's
Yeah.
just like, you know what, why not turn you guys into 10-year-olds and
Yeah.
and send you back to Earth, and then they're all like, yeah, you know what, we're fine with that.
Yeah. So going on to episode 4, Hawk and Dove. Hawk and Dove are so cool. Like I don't know. I don't know what's about them,
I
but
like
they're
them a
like a
lot in
cool.
Titans
Yeah.
when I watched it, and you know what, I was thinking about this,
Yeah.
because I was watching this video about the Hawk and Dove comic book series, and
Yeah.
I was just thinking about how I prefer it to be Don instead of Donald. You know what I mean? Um,
Who's in JLU? I forgot.
Wait, what?
In JLU, is it Dom or Donald? Who is it?
It's
I forgot.
Don because I mean
Uh,
it's Donald. It's Donald because it's his brother.
yeah.
Because
Uh,
they're siblings. But basically after his brother dies, normally,
yeah.
his girlfriend
Wait.
comes in, and I think it's better because it's like more like she's like the feminine pacifist side, and he's like the male. He's all angry and whatever. I just like the
Yeah.
juxtaposition. I mean, I get like I don't know. I just like it more when it's Dawn.
I remember liking this episode a lot as a kid. Like this whole I don't know what was it about, but the bar fight.
The bar.
It was
Okay,
a bar,
that
right?
that scene was cool. I won't lie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bro, how do I remember
I
this,
also
bro?
just liked how they were able to like come to an agreement with like the countries and whatnot.
Yeah. It was a
Overall,
pretty
good
cool.
episode, but
Yeah.
it is sad to me that they didn't really. They barely came back after this, right? And there's a lot of
I don't remember
JLU
them.
episodes where like characters will just show up like one time and just
Yeah.
like never come back, and if they do come back, it's like in the background somewhere. So I
Yeah.
do wish like. Even though I was literally just complaining about this, but I do wish that the characters would come back more.
Yeah. I do agree with that. Yeah.
Specifically, well, mostly just in this situation, but
I think the only character that I like deem free of this criticism is the Question. But if the Question was like the main character in every episode, I would not complain at all whatsoever.
dude, I mean, we'll get to the Question in a minute. I don't think was he even in season 1?
Yeah, episode 6 with GA Supergirl.
All
Remember?
right, all right. So the Question, we were just talking. Well, we were like off camera talking about this, but
Yeah.
I feel like the Question like. He needs to be a part of something like new. Like he needs to definitely needs his own project because like
Definitely.
he's
Yeah.
just like the best.
I think like a 16 episode whole series would be so good.
And honestly, I would prefer it to be animated because with a lot of this live action stuff,
Yeah.
they change a lot, and I feel like we should just have like the heart of a character in like an animated series.
So yeah, I think animated would work better for him because the mask would work better
Yeah,
in
and I mean,
animated.
so I did watch a little bit of season 2, and like the way that they explain it is like he has that little like the spray, and it just like
Yeah.
I always thought that was weird. It just like automatically
Yeah.
makes his hair red again.
Yeah.
Like and also it just makes his face fall off. I'm like, bruh. So I guess
Yeah.
it's like this. It's very confusing, his mask.
It's the same with
because
Batman
there's,
Beyond.
like there should be seams around that area that he puts the face on because it's obviously not
Yeah.
his hair or his ears or whatever. That's all real. So it
Yeah.
is a little confusing, but you know what? You could pass it up to it's a cartoon. But I feel like that
Yeah.
would be a lot harder to do in live action unless like they had like a certain type of technology.
CGI?
Or whatever. Or
Yeah.
kind of, like how they did it in Winter Soldier with the mask or whatever.
Oh, that was ugly, bro. Like,
Are they
like, when
some
you
type
take
of
it
like
off-
nanotech mask or whatever? They could definitely do it, but I just feel like it would be
Yeah.
much because Gunn, he's doing like these animated projects now with like Creature Commandos
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
I just think it could be set in the new universe, but I think it would work a lot better as animated. And my fan
Yeah,
cast, by
definitely.
the way, is Pedro Pascal. He sounds exactly
100%. 100%. 100%. Yeah, there is no better fan cast for
and
the
if
Question.
he would, in this hypothetical situation, it's all just wish fulfillment, but I think
Yeah.
he would also be great in live action too if he showed up.
Yeah. So, episode 6, This Little Piggy. One of the best
5,
episodes
episode
of all
5.
time. Yeah, one of the best episodes of all time.
Dude, this was so
what was
much
the song?
fun. What
The
was that guy's
song? Oh, I
name?
forgot.
Wildebeest or whatever? The
Yeah,
animal guy,
yeah.
what's his name?
Wildebeest.
I think I'm right. I think I'm right.
The song at the end was so peak. That was one of Kevin Conroy's
Am I
best moments
blue?
as Batman. Yeah, that was
Not
just
only
peak.
that, but like you'll probably see this. You guys have probably seen this like on YouTube Shorts somewhere.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
obviously Wonder Bat. I mean,
yeah.
how'd you feel about Wonder Bat?
I'm not the biggest fan of Wonder Bad,
I
but
get that.
I'm not opposed to it.
Well, like, what's your favorite Bat ship, like overall?
Catwoman, obviously.
Wait, what?
Catwoman.
See, okay, I was also just thinking about this. I like Bruce with Catwoman, but
Mm.
like
If we say Talia, I will kill you.
I gotta say Talia though, because
Why, bro?
listen, bro. Okay, look, the Damien stuff got retconned. Okay,
Did it?
yes, and besides all of that crap, she was actually like, especially in the DCAU, like in the comics and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, even in Batman the Animated Series, she was just one of the best love interests. Like, she always had Bruce. Like, even though she had her dad's best interest, like she had Raish's best interest, she also
Yeah.
still had Bruce's best interest. But it was just more of that dynamic of like conflicting ideals. But she like supports both of them.
Yeah. I mean, I
But she
get what
was
you mean.
always on Bruce's side. She was never not on his side. Okay, fearful symmetry. This also sets up a lot of stuff in season 2. You know, Green Arrow, Question,
Yeah.
Supergirl, and it also brings back a character from Superman the Animated Series, Mr. Dr. Hamilton. I don't know why I said Mr. Doctor, but Emil Hamilton,
Yeah.
and he's a real piece of work.
Yeah. Even in
Um,
season 2,
Bringing
when
back,
he.
oh yeah, definitely bringing back
Oof.
Galatea.
Yeah.
He got her DNA during Superman the Animated Series, and now he's joining the Waller Force or Task Force
Yeah.
X or whatever.
Yeah. This is the first episode with Cadmus, right? Yeah.
I don't think so.
It
I
was.
could be wrong.
It was. It was. I remember it was. It was.
Okay,
They
okay.
introduced Cadmus in this. So yeah, this episode was like a big setup for season 2
Oh
for the whole
yeah,
Cadmus stuff. Yeah. This is one of those episodes where there's like a lot of setup.
that's
Yeah.
true. Overall, I like getting more Green Arrow stuff. There's nothing.
Green Arrow question. Yeah. Goats.
100%.
Yeah.
Next, greatest story never told. This one's just one of the best episodes.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
And I'm just mad that, like, ever since watching episode 7, like, I've always just, like, whenever I see Booster in the background, I'm just like,
Yes.
How
Yes,
you-
bro. I had that. I had that so much, bro. I had
just
that
like,
so much.
how are you gonna give him a full episode? This was also, like, another one of my complaints is, how are you gonna give him a full episode and then just have him, like, never show up again?
Yeah. Even in season 3, I don't remember every single time, bro. Like, bro, this is
I
his
am
only
happy
episode.
he got his time to shine, but, like, still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. 20 minutes is not enough. Booster Gold, bro. We
Dude,
need
it
an
was just so
episode with
wholesome,
Booster
like-
Gold and Ted Cord.
Exactly,
Cord,
and
yeah.
he realized how to be a real hero, and
Yeah.
how many times do we see that happen with Booster Gold? It's like because he's
Fucking
always
never, bro.
like even in Brave
Yeah.
and the Bold, he's always just like, he tries, but it's all about the fame. But in this,
Yeah.
he really finds his own, and
Yeah.
especially with that girlfriend of his.
Yeah. He was bad.
Facts.
Episode 8.
The return.
Oh, this is the Amazo episode.
Yes, menacing wise are like the ones that really like shook the Justice League. Obviously, the Justice
Yeah.
League did that, but like Amazo did that too. Like even like
true.
Green Lantern, like he thought he blew up his entire planet. He was ready to
Yeah.
give him the smoke or whatever.
Yeah. That was cool with like the entire Geo in the vault. Yeah, that was a cool scene.
It was
Yeah.
kind of stupid though. He's like, it got in the way. He's like,
that was a fun watch. Yeah, that was a very fun watch.
just wondering,
It
like,
was a cool callback to the OG
yeah, I'm just
series.
wondering the universe he sent Oa to. They're just like, why is there a giant planet there? And then it just randomly disappears again.
Yeah, I
But it
mean it
was
was good
fun.
though. Yeah, yeah.
And I
Episode
like the
9.
conversation with Lex. That he had
I
where
don't
he's
really
like,
remember it.
well, he was like, basically the whole point of the episode is like he wanted to come back to Earth, right? And like just
Yeah.
talk to Lex. And then Lex like still spits in his face, and then he's just like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm gonna go to the Doctor Fate Tower now.
Yeah.
So I kind of like how
Yeah.
he became like a hero. I thought that was
Yeah,
like the
that was
best thing
cool.
to do with him.
Yeah. Episode 9 also made him. This episode was good. I remember this episode a lot. This was a great
It's
episode.
depressing though.
It is a depression, but like the story and the writing is so good, and the setup for season 2.
Yeah, it
It's
is sad
at least
that
the cliffhanger you're on right now.
it's sad
Yeah.
because if you think about it, after this episode, they all die, right?
Yeah.
Um, and it's I guess he joined the Justice League for a while, but eventually, he died because they
Yeah.
were only meant to live so long.
Yeah.
Um,
There was a
overall,
good.
you know what?
There was a great episode to make us show how evil Cadmus is and make us hate Cadmus and Waller, Dr.
Cadmus,
Hamilton.
okay, that's another
Yeah.
thing is like Cadmus is so irredeemable that you really have to wonder like, what is their like final goal? It's just like they do like
Yeah.
can understand it's like what if the Justice League turned evil because they turned evil in another
Yeah.
universe, but like I feel like they don't actually believe that they're just saying that and they all have their own like personal vendettas. Or they're all just
Um,
psychopaths, because
I
that's
think
not even a good like. Even in season 2, like he says to Emil, like it's not even that's not even a good reason because we're completely normal in this universe. So like,
Waller does believe that they could go bad. I think Waller is the only
yeah, but like
somewhat redeemable.
to be
Yeah.
honest, in doing that, they're just like make themselves way worse than anything the Justice League has ever done. Like they kill
That's the
people.
point. That is the
Like
point of like season 2.
really, they are just hypocritical, and for that reason, I also like just don't think they even believe what they're saying.
Maybe. Yeah. I think Dr. Hamilton is a hypocrite. Like, oh, they're all
Obviously,
hypocrites, but
yeah.
like Hamilton is the most evil of the bunch, in my opinion.
I think him and obviously Lex, because
Yeah.
what Lex did was just the worst out of everyone. And
Yeah.
Lex is also like next level petty, and we'll talk
Yeah.
about more of that in season 2. But yeah, he's also
Yeah.
one of the just worst villains. Like, yeah, he's obviously a great
Yeah.
villain, but he's just
But like
bad in terms
evil
of like
wise.
how evil he is, and he'll
Yeah.
do anything because he's just scared of Superman's power, and he wants all
Yeah.
the power for himself, and he's intimidated by that. So same with
Um.
really.
Yeah. Man, season 2 is gonna be a fun talk. I can already tell.
I know, right? All right,
Season 2 is gonna
episode
be so
10.
fun.
There's not. I
Go for it.
like more of the focus. Even
I like
in
there was a bigger JL in this episode.
yeah,
I like the Atom a lot.
Okay, I will say I was talking about the volume. This one did have like I'm pretty sure like the most JL members out of any of them,
Yeah.
besides maybe
Yeah.
episode 1. Obviously, but
Yeah.
I will say this was a fun episode. I like how
Yeah.
in this and Return like they had more focus on the Atom.
Yeah.
Even though after that he's barely shown up since, but
Yeah. Adam did not show up at all. Not even the final shot of season 3.
even
Like he
even
never shows up.
even okay, I will say, but these 2 episodes we got with Adam were really fun. This one is more
Yeah.
action oriented, so there's not a huge amount to talk about, and a lot of it again
Yeah.
is set up for season 2.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of the OGJL episode 1, kind of, with the big alien, the big action.
This one felt like they just needed to. They just felt like they had to expand it on the premise of having an unlimited Justice League yet, so they just needed one
Yeah.
episode to like get that out of the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right,
Episode 11.
episode
Wake the
11.
Dead.
This one was so depressing.
Man, yeah.
Man,
Oof.
not only with the return of Hawk Girl, obviously, Because
Like
that was
Grundy.
just one of the
Yeah.
saddest endings. I mean, you saw
Yeah.
JL,
Yeah. Yeah.
cast out from her friends, her team members for good
Yeah.
reason, obviously. But it's just
Yeah.
sad to see them like break apart like that. And
I'm more sad about Grundy dying. Like that was
yeah, and
yeah.
that's like the first time they actually kill someone, right?
On screen that I remember, yes.
But I think they try to justify it because it's like he's already dead.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
But
still
he
think
was
it's
going ham,
horrible.
bro. On Superman GL, bro, he was going ham, bro.
Dude, it was depressing though. I felt
Yeah.
bad for him.
Yeah.
I get why Hawk Girl had to do it though. I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. It was definitely needed to be done.
And it was
Yeah.
fun having, like Amazo show up and they're like, do we trust this guy? Do we not? And then he's just like, no,
Yeah.
I'm chill. I'm chilling.
Also, I think this is the first episode with Vixen, right?
That's what I think.
Yeah, Vixen was bad.
Vixen, yeah, facts. To be honest though, I mean, who do you prefer to be with John though?
Uh, I don't know enough, but I
I
don't
mean,
know
to be
enough about
honest,
John.
like since I watched the season 2 episode, like I feel like they're pretty much equals, and it's up in the air right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Whether what's gonna happen, but I mean, I guess I'll see. I guess we'll see. And now we just get into the finale, the once and future
Yeah.
thing, and let me just say, wow, this was crazy. The okay, I know like a lot of people. I mean, I might be wrong but I feel like a lot of people don't know about Jonah Hex. He was in like Batman the Animated Series. I think it was actually the final episode, or like the second to last episode, at least in the order I watched it
Yeah.
in. There's like a ton of different orders, but he's just
Yeah.
the best. I like that
Yeah.
they played like like the OG Justice League theme, but it was like a Western
Yeah.
version.
Yeah,
That's
that was
always
cool.
fun.
Yeah. The worst thing was so cool. Like the villain and like the heroes, it was so
What
fun.
was his
Yeah.
name again? Tobias
Bro,
Manning.
bro, the
Yeah,
fact you
I
remember
like,
that is
bruh. He
amazing.
pulled out a Glock from the future, bro.
Bro, that was like such a rad moment. I remember going like, what the hell? Well, not hell, but
I
yeah,
mean,
you know
I
what I
feel like
mean.
it was
Yeah.
obvious that like Metron was gonna be evil though,
Yeah.
cause like I mean, come on, he's he tried to rob the Justice League. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
everyone saw that twist coming.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like let's just get into the last episode because there's a lot to talk about with
Yeah.
this one.
So they go forward in time to Batman Beyond. That
Yes,
was so
sir.
cool and unexpected. I just loved it
The
so much,
second
bro.
time that's happened since Static
Wait.
Shock.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah,
so
I know what you mean.
I just
Yeah.
loved, and also because I don't know if you know this, but John and Static had their own episode in Static Shock, and of course the Justice League were
Mhm.
also in Static Shock. So it was cool to see
Nice.
that the reunion of all of them, meeting
Yeah.
old Static again. It was really nice. That and Bruce
What was
meeting
John's
himself.
kid?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
Bruce Means was so good. That interrogation scene where like old Bruce interrogates the new Joker, like one of the new Jokers. That
Oh,
was
that
so
was
cool.
fun. That was fun
Yeah,
too, and it was just like such a cool like Inception, Crisis on Infinite Earth situation of just having both of
yeah.
them meet each other.
Question. Who was John's kid? Like, what was his name?
Darkhawk, and he is the son of Shiera and Green Lantern, and that will come up later. But it's cool. It's just cool that we can see like, they see their own future and stuff. And let me just get this out of the way. Having Hal in the episode was such a good decision, even though like I get like even though he was like only shown for like 5 seconds, it was just so much fun.
I love this episode so much because like the dynamic of Bruce, John, and Diana was so good. Like
Definitely.
those three are like one of the best
I mean,
trios.
even in the last episode too, it's like
Yeah,
I like how they just like also just going back to last episode really quick. I like how they just like
yeah,
saw three random guys just like strip them down of their underwear and they're like, "Yep, these are our clothes now." And then John was
yeah,
like, "I am not doing that."
yeah,
He just made his own clothes. That was hilarious.
yeah, yeah,
But they got one of the best dynamics. This
yeah.
episode, I mean, I thought Can we just quickly talk about like young Metron? Cause why
Yeah,
was he
sure.
young again?
I have no idea.
I forgot, but he was pretty funny. He was a good villain.
Yeah. He was kind of annoying, like kind of with like how his wife was pampering him, but like still so good. Yeah.
I'll say just for the cameos alone, like even though like
Yeah.
not everything needs to be a cameo fest, they really did these really well.
Yeah, I like Hal's cameo when he turned to John. When John turned to Hal
All up
and
to
like
speed, or he's like
yeah,
I'm up to speed or whatever.
yeah,
And Diana just completely gets erased. Also, can we just talk about how what was it? It was just John and Bruce, right? They were the only ones that remember.
oh yeah, yeah. Cause like when they went back, yeah,
That's just wild because you just know they're never gonna bring it up again. But does that also mean that
same
Terry?
thing.
Does that also mean that Terry and Virgil like and Darkhawk just don't remember either, or
Uh, in the bubble, it was only John and Batman, so I think those are the only two. So yeah,
does that only affect the like current timeline or the future too,
I
or
think
just everywhere in general?
everything everywhere. Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense.
except for the people in the bubble.
Dang, that's crazy then, because no one would believe them, right? If they're just like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people would believe Bruce though.
You know what? I mean, that's true.
Bruce has that conviction.
Yeah, I mean, he would never joke around for sure.
Yeah, especially about something so big.
Overall,
Yeah,
it was a great way to cap off the season. It's like going
yeah.
down as one of the most iconic episodes just for the cameos
Do you
alone.
want something?
What?
This is the least best finale of JLU.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'll have to remember that for when I watch the season 2 finale.
And season 3, yeah. Still 9 out of 10, but still like not as good as season
Oh,
2 and
I
season
believe
3.
you. I believe you
Yeah,
because season 2
yeah,
already is really good. But
yeah.
yeah,
Season 3,
that's wait, what?
yeah. Yeah, season 3 has a good finale. Like season 3 in general isn't as good as season 2, but the finale is pretty good.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess that's it for JLU season 1. Let us know what you
Yes.
guys thought about JLU season 1 in the comments. Do
Yes,
not
sir.
spoil. We will do an episode on my adventures with Superman, so stay peeled for that.
Yes, sir.
And that's pretty much it. Bye.
Bye.